Hey, everybody, welcome to the AAA episode number 456. Anyone can get memory hold. And joining me in the sitting room here are Drunkle and Sinatra. Drunkle, how are you doing?
I'm all right, buddy. How are you?
I am dizzy. I'm here. Doing, okay. Medicated, but here and okay. So tell me, what have you been up to since, well, Monday?
Oh, excuse me. I've been doing a lot of that. A lot of the cough. Did you hear that? That was the cough of a child. That was a crinkly cough.
Well, you kind of warbled out there, but yeah.
That was a crinkly cough. I've still got a terrible sore throat, terrible cough. And you'd think it'd be getting better because I was practicing it all night, but no, it's still there. But besides that, fucking hell. It was bad news. We had over on Twitch.tv/DrunklePlays, we had the last part of RoboCop Rogue City. It was even called the grand finale. It was going to be an hour long. But then, since I had to reinstall Windows, it also deleted the save file. So instead, it was restarting RoboCop Rogue City.
So the exact opposite of what you intended. Let's play it from the beginning.
Exact opposite.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't that save to a Steam Cloud?
It did not. No, it saved to C drive for some reason. It's one of the very few games that does. Even though Steam and everything else is saved on a completely separate drive, it still put the save file under C. I don't know why. But I went and checked Baldur's Gate, and that save file still exists. So thank fuck for that.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So is this actually a blessing in disguise because you love the game, or fucking hell, you're pissed?
A little column A, little column B.
Oh. Okay. How's the audience feel? That's what counts.
I don't think they give a shit either way.
Probably not. They're there for you.
Yeah. They're animals, man. They're animals.
I think they want to see what they want to see. I'm curious to see if they're going to be like, if your views are going to double to see if you do any better next time around, same time around.
Oh, I did not. No. No. If anything, ever so slightly worse. I'm not good at shooting games.
Even a game where it has like auto tracking so you can deflect off walls and shit?
Yeah. Just too British.
Shooting off walls is British?
No, not shooting is British.
I thought you meant you.
Yeah.
No one wants to be there. It's just too British. No?
Yeah, no, yeah, spot on.
Okay. Sinatra, how are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I can't complain.
And yourself? What have you been up to?
Just doing the content as I can. Did Tucker last night. Did the Goral stuff. You know, the usual.
The what? The Goro stuff?
Goral?
What?
Foodie beauty stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was like Goro. I'm like, really? You're doing like boss levels in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for fun.
Yeah. Four-legged monster. Six appendaged, four-armed monster. There we go. English.
Yeah. That was a fun game for PlayStation.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it was.
It was at Mortal Kombat 11. I think I had that for PlayStation. It was fun. The best was easily fucking the hell was it? Streets of Rage 4. That's such a good game.
Ooh, yeah, good shout.
That would be my end of the day. I want to shut my brain off and just play something game. I'd play for like a half an hour. Unbeatable.
Well, the game was unbeatable, or you were unbeatable?
No, the feeling of shutting my fucking head off and just playing that game for like a half an hour. That was unbeatable.
How are you, Polly?
Not well.
Oh.
It's called there's a medicinal maraca. It's called amitriptyline hydrochloride. And it's a bitch. I got it from a guy in an alley. He said it would be fine. The man in the alley lied.
Yeah, they do that. Never trust a man in an alley.
Or starts a pharmaceutical exchange with psst.
Hey, buddy.
It wasn't good.
You want to buy some hydrochlorides?
Yeah, well, I mean, almost everything's hydrochloride, but this amitriptylamine. Or when a doctor says, now, this isn't the prescribed usage, but I've had a lot of luck with, it's like, oh no. This is supposedly supposed to help with the vertigosisms and the dizzinesses. And
I suppose it's not.
Well, he did say it would be sedating. He wasn't kidding. No, man. Damn it. You tell him, Steve Dave. Thank you for the $1.69. Christ and a half, the ratio looks as ugly as your name at my... what? Oh, that's not name at all. Okay, I'm just going to read this slower. Hold on. You tell him, Steve Dave. Thank you for the $1.69. Christ and a half, that ratio looks as ugly as your mama at an ugly stick beat session. Smash that fucking like button before I beat your face in Minecraft with an ugly stick. Dipshits! There we go. There we go. Out verbatim, as intended. It'll all come together in the end. One of them days, boys. Oh my God.
One of them days.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. The pharmaceuticals and the day and the frustration and what's with the paywalls on. Who are you kidding? Daily News paywalls, really? How to go out of business?
Well, we've had that on a lot of the articles I've pulled up for the news, where like you have to sign up or pay just to view a single article.
Yeah. Leave incognito mode. I'm not in incognito mode. Fuck you. Right. Bastards.
Well, why don't we just steam on through then, mate, so you can go get your head down?
Sounds like a plan. Would you like to get right into said schnews?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. I have a few more seconds here, Drunkle. You rushed me.
Blame the man in the alley.
Yeah, I think there's one person that can hold the blame for this, and it's Alley Man.
Alley man.
Is anyone
Well,
old enough?
you said his name heroically. I thought of it more as Alley Man.
Oh, like say it like
that sounds
villain,
action-packed
like
too. Alley Man.
It's whispered in the darkest corners of New York City.
Yeah, Alley Man. You know he's coming by the sound of the pill shaking. It's like the Jaws theme, but medicated.
When the moon is full, out comes Alley Man. No, and there's so many of these things. I mean, think about this for a second, okay?
This city's sick, and I'm the medication.
Yeah, it's got the description on the side. It says, take one tablet each time, or each day, and increasing one tablet each week until desired effect. Take minimum lowest effective dose. Nice.
You sure that's not one of those like Z-Pack blister pack gimmicks?
Like, no, it came in a bottle from a pharmacy, and I had to pay money for it. And it said Rudiger Dubenstein right there on it. What do you?
Usually you do have to pay money for stuff from the pharmacy.
Well, that's what I'm illustrating. It's not, what's a Z-Pack blister pack?
You've never heard it? Z-Pack is like the best antibiotic you can fucking get.
Oh,
but
okay.
there are a ton of pills that do that. It's in a little like blister pack, like the gum that you have to like push out the back.
Yeah, I know the blister pack thing, but I was like, is there some way that
it's in that you take 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1.
Oh, fuck, shows what I know. People are gonna like, oh, here's the Z pack. You only need one tab, and they're actually like selling me Pez.
No, Z-Pack is the shit. If you ever need antibiotics, just always ask for Z-Pack. It clears you out pretty quick.
Ask your doctor about Z-Pack.
There's a reason 50% of commercials right now on television are pharmaceuticals, and you don't see one for Z-Pack because people know.
Already got the hype. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you've got some stockpiled for the coming.
No, not anymore. I had to burn through them when I had my ear infection.
Maybe that's what I should do.
But
get some off-brand Z-Pack from the man in the
can.
alley. See if it fixes my vertigo.
you can buy fish antibiotics capsules that you put in your tank that are just amoxicillin in a cap.
I've heard
All
that.
right.
Oh,
All right.
I'm thinking of a way I could tell that joke without making it too bad for the YouTube people. Nope, can't do it.
And it's like $20 for a fucking 500 pack of like 500 milligram tabs.
Rhymes with Schmechter Ivan. Not really.
I mean, I think I
Ivermectin?
know what you're on about, and that doesn't rhyme at all.
I'm so high. Okay. Fuckle Snuck, thank you for the Fuckle Smuck. Add an extra CH in there. Thank you for the $1. I decided on a whim last night to make Sam proud and to have spent at least 18 hours setting up Linux/Windows dual boot on my SSD. Hope it was worth the effort. I am curious whether or not that's going to impress him. I mean, I vacuumed out my computer and heard nothing but judgment from him the other day. He said that I should have isolated the plastic parts of the vacuum, lest I would have gotten static electricity discharges inside my computer.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Nah, it's fine. I'm on it right now. Clearly, it still works. And
I
it's
just
less
went to
dusty in there.
the site so I could give you an approximate price. For 100 capsules of 500 milligram amoxicillin, it is $35.
Oh, to be a fish. But then, like, that's also, like, to a fish, that's also quite expensive, isn't it? Because, like, they, you know,
They don't have
not
jobs.
don't have an income. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Shadowclaw, I remember the guy whose wife really wanted to cure him of what ailed him. No, I remember. I mean, I don't really remember what I did last night, but that's fine. It's that kind of day. And I've already been up and out and back, and it's just been a haze. I made the wrong turn a couple of times, but there's no particular reason for that. It's fine. Anyway. Boom. Nazi, thank you for the $1. Polly, Nazi, how's it going? Glad you're here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, let's get started with some snoosh.
Okay.
All right.
Boom, like that. And it's totally out of range. What the fuck? I used to be able to zoom in on these things just fine. It's all gone to hell. There we go. Customers evacuate Seattle business after people smoke drugs inside the bathroom for nearly an hour. Would you?
That tracks.
Would you evacuate a Krispy Kreme?
Why does it being a Krispy Kreme? Why does that matter?
Honestly, Drunkle, when I came across this story, the honest reason is I thought smoked donuts and it made me giggle, especially when I realized they were drug smoked donuts.
Hmm.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
There. Now, staff members told police that two people were smoking drugs in the bathroom for almost 40 minutes. They tried to get them out of there. They knocked on the door. They wouldn't come out. They said, we're busy. Turns out when the police showed up, they were just in there getting high on all sorts of opiates and mostly fentanyl for 40 minutes.
I mean, they were busy.
Well,
that is...
Technically they were, but, you know. For the donuts, okay? Was meth involved? You know, one of the guys claimed he was high on meth, but it wasn't meth that they were smoking. Think about that. He showed up high on meth. He pre-gamed.
Yeah, you don't turn up to a Krispy Kreme and, you know, without getting high first. It's called
You ever-
financial responsibility. Look it up.
Have you ever
That
had a
yeah.
Krispy Kreme?
I've never been to a Krispy Kreme. They came to Britain a while ago. I find the donuts far too sickly, to be honest.
Those ones are donuts in general.
No, donuts in general are fine, but the Krispy Kreme ones where you got like, you know, like cinnamon and chives flavor donut. It's just got too much.
Well, we don't have that here, I don't think. We have chocolate and glazed.
No, Sid, it makes sense. That's what they would do there. It really is. It would be, you know, clotted cream-filled donuts, that kind of thing.
They just went a bit overboard with it. There was just too much.
Would you enjoy a butter garlic donut?
Right now,
Yes, right now.
I'd give it a go. Yeah. I mean, I tried these donuts. I did not like them. I didn't turn my nose up at them. I just went, this is not for me. This is too much. Not enough crispy, too much cream.
Well, yeah, I think donuts overall aren't my favorite thing. I'd rather have a nice apple fritter. I'm more into the fritter.
Take a fritter.
Yeah.
Have a strudel.
No. That's too German, if you know what I mean. Lisa.
Where do you think donuts came from?
America.
I see. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like the Germans might have done it. Dutch. They're Dutch.
It was New York.
New York. That
But
works.
it was made by Dutch immigrants.
Yeah, New York.
Where they wouldn't have
In
made
New
it
York.
successful in any other country except for America.
You've never been to Amsterdam, mate. It is all fucking prostitutes and waffles over there, and I'm not even joking.
What about the hash?
That sounds better than New York.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's all prostitute and sugary products. Are you sure it isn't like New York?
No, not even sugary products, mainly waffles.
And there's also no sugary products in New York.
Oh, yeah, Bloomberg.
Not allowed.
Right. And I'm willing to bet they've got the same stringent gun control laws. Lisa, thank you for the $1. Polly. Lisa. Boom. Okay, man dies from bite from pet Gila monster. Well, you had
What?
a Gila monster.
Gila monster. It's actually got the name Monster in it.
It
Like,
does.
you should have known.
Well, yeah, and it's
There's the sirens.
it's famous for its poisonousness. It's man dies from pet scorpion.
Yeah, well, you got like just pet scorpion, but it's not like scorpion monster. Like, so this is your own fault, mate.
No, he should have known.
He should have known.
Definitely should have known.
Colorado man died after he was bitten by one of his own. 2, I didn't see that part, pet Gila monsters. According to the Lakewood Police Department, 34-year-old victim was bitten by a venomous lizard. Lakewood resident, whose name has not been released out of respect for the embarrassment of his family and this stupid man, was bitten on February 12th, according to television programs. Medical teams responded to the home at 11:45 a.m. The man was taken to the area hospital, but died on the 16th. Ooh, that's a long time to suffer with a Gila bite.
Are they bad?
Is
Gila
it?
bites?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a long time to suffer? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I think this case highlights that venomous animals should be respected. Medical toxicologist and expert in reptile bites with the Angelus Snakebite Foundation told the television station.
Well, they would know.
Yeah, so this guy at the snake bait.
Snake bait?
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Just that kind of. All right. Pay no attention to the pills falling on the screen. The man with the snake bait, you got to picture this guy sitting in his office going, I've been waiting. I've been studying the Gila monster for years. And now he gets to call up the news and say, yeah, me. I know about this. I'm your expert. It's my hour.
He's been waiting. Yeah, he's rubbing his scaly little hands together. Now's my time.
Mm-hmm. According to the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, Gila monsters are venomous and have, quote, one of the worst reputations in the reptile world. You never invite them over for bridge. Terrible reputations, those people.
I hate them.
Yeah. The reptile's venom is produced in a row of glands in its lower jaw, keeps them close to the bite location. Clever. When a lizard bites, small grooves in the teeth help the venom flow into the prey. It's got syringe teeth.
Well, you don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you, judging him?
No, my teeth are not hollow. They do not inject. Yours do?
I feel like he's being a little judgy right here.
Yeah, right? What's going on with that? Like, speciesism here. Well, are you jealous? Are you jealous that your teeth are solid and don't inject venom?
Yeah.
I would be.
Thankful. Look at this thing. You shouldn't have this in your home. And why didn't you have it de-venom sacked? Have its lower jaw removed, whatever it takes.
Or gloves. We didn't have gloves.
Yeah, big male gloves, you know? I don't know. I don't have a lot of just, okay. So, it's never going to die. The story's never going to die. Stanley Cups. Stanley-based Stanley. Seattle-based Stanley. Holy shit. it's days, man. It's fine. Okay. Seattle-based Stanley faces lawsuit amid cup craze. Since 2020, Pacific Northwest International, owners of the Stanley brand, have sold approximately 19 million.
Oof.
Wait a minute, that's 10. 10 million of their quenchers. The company also generated about 70 million annually before the 2020 boom. Latest reports of the company's revenue 2023 excesses, blah, 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 750 million. Whoa. They ended the year with 750 million in sales.
It's almost as much as Pal World made.
Good point. Yeah, but are people like, are fat ladies knocking each other over to get to a stand of Pal World games?
Probably.
You can see it? I can see it. Let's see. They obtained a copy of the lawsuit that was filed on February 12th from the law firm of Towsley, Brain, and Stevens. I'm sure that's Brian, but I'm just going to go with Brain. After several class action complaints were listed in the lawsuits, including the following. Here we go. Breach of contract, breach of express warranties, breach of warranties of merchantability and fitness for particular purpose, violation of some kind of warranty act, violation of Washington Consumer Protection Act. Just don't do business in Washington State or California. Just don't.
Seems like not doing business with the entirety of the left coast is probably a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you might drag some people down that just don't deserve it, but like, yeah, wow. In March 2023, plaintiff purchased a Stanley tumbler at a retail from Target for approximately $35 freaking dollars. The product is now essentially worthless to the plaintiff because the product contains lead, a highly toxic material.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know where I was at the other day? This was last week. I'm off at Michael's, you know, the craft store.
Yeah.
And they're Eastering right now. Everything's like bunnies and eggs and the like, you know, for people to make their Easter crafts. And you know, giant display in the middle of the store. Look, Wish.com tumblers.
They're just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the job. Fuck it.
And take a guess at the price, gentlemen.
$7.99.
$9.99.
Did you both say $7.99?
No, I said $7.99. Sinatra said $9.99.
$9.99? Sin wins. Closest without going over, it was $14.99.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be hard pressed to convince me of the wild difference between this and the other. I mean, there you go. And it wasn't just in stainless steel. You could get it in that stupid pink, the jet black. It doesn't have the Art Deco on it, but there you go. Wish.com tumblers, made in China. As if the Stanley ones aren't. I mean, I can't prove that, but they probably are.
They probably are, yeah.
Yeah. Just my God. But they know the audience, don't they? And it's not like that was a display that was untouched. It was picked over. It was one of them giant pyramidal displays that get like, and it was just pulled apart. Like Arabs had used the stone to build their own places, you know, just like the pyramids. Yeah, you get it. So yeah, this kills me.
I don't,
you know what?
I don't really understand the hate for third-party stuff, especially now people. Okay, so I've been thinking out loud a lot about doing videos for the Dragon Ball figures I have. Little reviews, comparisons, stuff like that. You know, this little nothing stuff. And I had a video idea last night. Like, one of the things I want to do is compare proper Bandai products to, you know, top tier third-party products like Kong or Demon Fit, and then compare those to like proper Alibaba fucking AliExpress knockoffs. Because I know for a fact the secondary third-party stuff like Kong Studios are just as good, if not sometimes better, than the proper Bandai ones, which can be the case for a lot of this stuff. Like, I have no reason to think that just because something is a third-party Stanley mug, that it's nowhere near as good as the Stanley proper. These people are just fucking what do you call it?
Brand
Brand
whores.
hounds. Yeah, brand hounds.
Well, see, there's the-
Yeah, I mean, this is the people going around with like, the supreme brick
Oh yeah,
and crowbar and shit,
on anything. Looking at this thing, I'm like, you know what? I like the size of the tumbler, and assuming that it won't like completely fail when you put it in your dishwasher and has a lead content, it's at least average or below the average Wish.com product lead content. I'd be fine with this thing. What's the problem with it? But I couldn't be seen with it because they think that I was like, oh, you bought one of them Stanley mugs? No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's given it a good name for some and a bad name for others. I just don't like them anyway, brand or off-brand. I find them quite garish and bulky.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine because they are. But
Right.
that little tangent served a dual purpose. That was also to kind of ask this audience if that would be something they're interested in watching before
Oh, I
I
see.
dump a couple of bucks into it.
Well, remember, even if you go on to Wish.com, you don't end up buying the things that you were looking for, Alibaba. Wish.com does sell Saddam Hussein, so there's all sorts of interesting stuff that you could buy.
That is true.
And he was on the cheap, man. Boom. Moving along. Alleged Kansas City Chiefs parade shooter Lindell Mays told cops he was just being stupid.
Well,
Uh-huh.
So, got out the guns and started firing, and I was just being stupid.
Yeah. What he really means is that the beef that he was fighting was stupid, not that he didn't mean to shoot a bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
I should have just let that guy shoulder past me. I guess my response was a little excessive.
I guess staring somebody down and pulling out my gun and firing into a fucking crowd, hitting many more people than the guy I was actually aiming at. Providing more detail on a Super Bowl celebration quickly devolved into chaos and an exchange of gunfire that led to murder charges against Dominic Miller, 18, and 23-year-old Lindell Mays.
I thought they were minors.
Doesn't look like it.
Because there was an article yesterday that said that they would not be releasing the names of the suspects because they were underage, and I immediately thought of Kyle Rittenhouse, Nicholas Sandman, and all those cats.
It really does unfold more or less like you just said. Both men, armed with guns, got into an argument before the shooting unfolded among thousands of revelers, prosecutors said. A female friend of Mays told police that the opposing group of several individuals wanted to know why Mays was looking at them. It started over, what you looking at? That's enough.
This story, something's changed here. This isn't adding up to everything we've heard up to this point.
Mays, who was in the parade with two friends, started jawing with the group. Jawing. Jawing. According to a probable cause statement obtained by the Post, Mays was seen on surveillance footage approaching the group in an aggressive manner and later pointing his finger at them. Kind of like this. There's an Instagram photo if I have ever seen one. It's actually from Facebook, but that just screamed like, why wasn't this on your Insta? When Mays pulled his gun,
where's your Stanley Cup?
when Mays pulled his gun, he started to chase an unknown individual who appeared unarmed and shot at him, resulting in others drawing their guns. Mays allegedly admitted to police he pulled his gun at first and began to shoot, even though he was in a crowded area that had throngs of kids. He allegedly said he pulled a gun because he believed the female friend in his group was going to be shot. May confirmed he drew his gun first and started shooting, all because he said, "I'm going to get you." And to him, they meant, "I'm going to kill you." I don't know, man. It seems like it tracks pretty clear.
Well, up until yesterday, they would not release the name of the suspect. Now they know who did it, why it happened, and conversations that happened.
Yeah.
Lisa, 12 minutes ago. Sorry, Lisa. Threw $1 saying drunkle. Lisa.
I got the same thing saying sin. Lisa, thank you.
Yeah, Lisa's good people. 2. Struggle. Tate & Lyle's Golden Syrup rebrand drops Dead Lion.
It's not just right, because the deadline thing comes from a really, really old. I think it was like two kings who enjoyed fucking riddles. One of them said, "How do you get industry from strength?" And I think it was because, like, when he was on the road, he saw a fucking dead lion with a beehive in its chest, and that's actually what the fucking logo is on the left.
Yeah.
So it's not that they didn't just go, "Oh, dead lion." Like, it actually has, historical significance to it. Maybe not for syrup. Because that comes from trees, not bees, right? Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the lion went to the tree to get the syrup because he thought the bees had it, but it was actually the sap from the tree that attracted him, and the bees didn't have no honey. But they didn't
lions
want...
are fucking idiots sometimes.
This is the story I'm making up. And so the bees came down and like, don't fuck with our tree because this is where our hive is, and killed him.
And he deserved it. He was warned.
Yep. I don't get this. I don't like your, like, the old one looks classic. The new one isn't like, ooh, I didn't want any syrup today, but I'm willing to pay expanded and heightened food prices just to get it because look at that logo.
Well, I mean, it depends why they did it. Like, I don't think this is one of those things. It's not like Aunt Jemima or Lando Lakes or anything where people are going like, no, it's racist. And you can't look at that logo and go, it's racist. Well, I mean, maybe some people could. Actually, a lot of people could. The kind of people that that I used to do videos about. But, I mean, I don't think this is done for woke reasons, to be honest.
No, I don't think it is
It's just
either.
a
I think
rebranding,
it's done to update it. Like, if anything, they just wanted to get rid of the Bible verse that's on there. They even talk about it. It's about, Samson, Delilah, the dead lion, in the story. I don't know where the bees come into it, but a rebranded image on a lion's head with a single bee will be featured on products, including the firm's plastic syrup and dessert bottle. I don't see the single bee. Do you see the single bee?
Top right of the lion's bouffant.
Oh, if you turn your head to the left, which I should have done because it makes me dizzy. Yeah. That is a bouffant, though. You're not wrong.
He looks fabulous, man.
Yeah. Just one bee now. According to the company's website, Lyle had strong religious views, which we don't anymore, which is why the logo depicts... Oh, here we go. The story of Samson from the Old Testament and killed by an attacking lion. Later noticed a swarm of bees and formed a comb of honey in the carcass. He later turned this into a riddle. Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. On the second, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. It's been on there.
I was only a little bit off, but yeah, that's essentially what I was. If you read between the lines, that's pretty much what I said, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And the reason is our fresh, contemporary design brings Lyle's into the modern day, appealing to the everyday British household while still feeling nostalgic and authentically Lyle's, he said. Oh, God. That sounds like such a focus group tested statement.
I don't think, because I don't really go for syrup as it is anyway, but like that wasn't because of, religious reasons. I wasn't going like, I want to get some of that like atheist syrup.
I'm not buying that. It's got a religious lion on it. No, you weren't like that?
No, not at all. I mean, if anyone was, they got fucking bigger problems than, their source of sweetness.
Zed Hero is one of the things that Samson told Delilah. There you go. Zed Hero. And then Molly Okami with the actual scriptural quote. And Zed Hero says, nailed it! Just in time for Lent.
I thought Samson said, why?
Well, after he had been blinded and turned over and betrayed, probably did say why.
Was that a guy who was...
Usually you say why a few times in your life.
Well, it depends how much you recite the alphabet. Was that the guy who had the hair?
Had. Past tense. Yep. That's him.
Hence, that's why the lion's fucking bouffant is fucking... Like, they're still sneaking a bit of the Bible in there, aren't they? It's like, all right, we've got to get rid of the sweetness from the fucking carcass and everything. But if we give the lion some fabulous hair, it lets everyone know that he's still strong.
I'm surprised that you're keeping, like, the old-style tin with the paint popping top. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Again, syrup is not my forte of knowledge.
Well, I mean, Sin, look at this. If you pour syrup out of this on your pancakes, let's say, it's just going to get into that reservoir moat rim around.
Yeah,
You don't pour it out from the tin. You'd like take a fucking spoonful or a tiny syrup ladle.
You have a specific syrup ladle?
No, I don't, because I don't like syrup, but I'm sure someone does.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them honey pourers? The things I've only ever seen in commercials for Honey Nut
What does it
Cheerios?
look like? Little beehives.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone actually own one of those things? I mean, I see them in commercials
No.
and I see them sometimes at stores, but that's it.
I don't think I've ever seen one in real life.
Yeah. It seems like there's a much better way to drizzle your honey.
Spoon.
A spoon. Or your specified syrup ladle.
Mm.
It's one of the reasons Meghan Markle refused to live in that castle. Not enough specific spoons. She was offended.
Probably, yeah.
No.
They got to be in the right shape. They got to be in the shape of a dead lion. That's how you know.
Don't make me market it. I'll do it. I'll take Bionicles too.
That's already
That was easy
taken.
marketing.
No.
You're gonna get sued.
I was
It's
talking with
probably
Sam actually
fucking
about
very
this just
used by
recently.
this point.
He said they could. He said they should be duonicles, duo, because they're two. Two monocles. It should be duonicles.
Yeah.
And he goes, like, think about it. It's a mono. It's not called a monocycle, is it? It's a unicycle. I'm like, yeah, but by that logic, it should be called a duocycle. It was a very weird conversation.
Monoverse.
As opposed to
Unilog.
a bilog.
Duolog.
Duolog. Yeah, it was
Or
a conversation as
dialogue.
weird as this. Yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I mean, this is my forte. Right? It's not
Yeah,
syrup.
this is your bread and butter.
Abraham and Island Sun, sugar refiners. Boom. Suspect arrested after woman stabbed at surprise fast food restaurant.
That is a surprise.
A surprise fast food restaurant or stabbed? Oh, is it called Surprise?
There you go. It happened in Surprise, Arizona, Drunkle.
Oh, so
Oh, the
nothing.
police has got no way.
It actually happened at a McDonald's. And I'm like,
This is terrible writing.
it is. That's why I brought it up. I'm like, it sounds like they were stabbed by surprise. Well, I didn't think they knew it was coming, was my first reaction. But no. Yeah, they're just talking about the only clue is the capital. But I mean, that doesn't help. Like, it just say local. Like if you're in Arizona, say local and people will get it. But yeah, there's actually a place called Surprise, motherfucker, Arizona. Man's in
That's
custody.
Interesting.
After police say he stabbed a woman at a fast food restaurant, which was McDonald's, with surprise, this weekend. Rad Allen Sorry. 26. Is facing charges in connection with that crime as well as a separate stabbing in Phoenix. Fuck. I didn't read that part. So this guy's just sticking motherfuckers all over the place. Look at him. He's out there for his respect. It's nice.
You got it.
As police were searching the area for a man seen running off the crime scene. For a man seen running off the crime scene? Holy shit, it actually says that.
Dude, who fucking wrote this?
Somebody who didn't read any of it aloud to check their own work. Officers were notified that a car had just been stolen a few blocks away by someone matching the description of the stabbing suspect. Of the suspect in the stabbing. Surprise
That makes
police.
it sound like the person who got stabbed was suspected of being stabbed.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yes. Like it just Ben Bradley, you're not in the right job, sir. I love it. Surprise police notified other Valley law enforcement agencies. They just suddenly decided that they were going to do their job. Surprise police, right? And the car was later spotted by Scottsdale police. Officers stopped the car and arrested Al Masari. Did he try and stab him? During an interview with the detectives following the arrest, surprise police say Almansari admitted to his involvement in the stabbing of the McDonald's, as well as another stabbing that happened on Saturday afternoon in Phoenix. In that incident, officers responded to an area near 19th and Glendale Avenues after a woman was stabbed when a man tried to steal her car at knife point.
So this dude's just a menace.
Yeah. Maricopa County has got troubles, man. It's a good thing they got rid of their worst problem in the form of Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Thank God that menace is out of town, huh? Fucking hell. Drunkle. A lemon from 1739 sold at auction for $1,800.
Oh, yes. Oh, I am so into this.
That's right. And you can evolve Drunkle into this lemon. I have decided he could be a lemon older than the United States if you'd like.
Yes, do it.
That's pretty cool. How is it in such good shape? Do lemons just not go bad if they still have the rind?
Okay, that's an interesting question. I was impressed with the roundness of this lemon.
Why is it tattooed? I have a lot of questions.
I believe the lemon actually derives from the lime. I think it's a cross between an orange and a lime. So I guess in 1700s they would have had a different shape.
I like the idea. See, Far's really into the finger limes that look like freaky green fingers ready to grab you.
Just as you said, freaky as well.
That's how you hearken it. Dewey Z, thank you for the $5. When they kick down your door, they go, surprise, police department. There's, as if the cops and everyone else doesn't have just infinite fun with the name of that town. Surprise, Arizona. When this is the whole town right here. Really? Surprise! Surprise, police department. Love it.
Have fun with it. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Now, when life gives you lemons, make sure you stow one away for the next 100 years. Nearly.
I don't think that is 100 years ago.
Far more than that. Like 1739 plus 100 years, 1839. No, it doesn't track. Kathleen Stoddard. What?
Hey, we're looking at like 285.
There you go. A little bit closer now.
No, I think that's on the money, actually.
A nearly 300-year-old lemon. Okay, wait a minute. For the next 100 years, and in the beginning of the very next paragraph, which is actually just another sentence, nearly 300-year-old lemon. She apparently wasn't on a computer that had a calculator. It was put up for auction by Britrell's auctioneers and valuers in Newport, England. And the ancient fruit fetched nearly... It's not ancient. The old. It's just old. Maybe antique. Would you like to start investing in antique fruit, Drunkle?
I mean, if you look inside my fridge, I kind of already have.
Nice. I own an Elton John CD.
Nice.
That actually was good. Well done.
Yeah, well done, sir. That was all right.
The auction house found the 18th century citrus from 1739 hidden away in a 19th century cabinet. The cabinet went up for auction, but only sold for $40.
Yeah. Just wanted the lemon that was inside.
But they're surprised at that. Are you surprised at that? I'm not. I'd want the lemon more than the cabinet.
Yeah, it was a piece of history, that.
And the fact that it's so leathery and round.
Mm.
There it is. Oh, stop it. Every time I turn around. We thought we'd have a bit of fun by putting the lemon on auction with an estimate around 40 to 60 pounds. Auctioneer David Bottrell said, according to the Sun, 60 British pounds sterling is equal to roughly $76 US. Thanks, buddy. The fruit is deep brown in color, but remarkably intact. It was carved with the words, given to Mr. P. Lou Franchini, November 4, 1739, by Miss E. Baxter. The lemon...
And they say romance doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah.
Give a girl a lemon. Bitches love lemons. Sin last night. You
Drunkle,
said, like,
I was
send
in
her,
mid-drink.
send her her favorite meal. You know, like this is it. This is what you were talking about last night, Sin.
This made me spit take my coffee, man. For God's sake. That was good. Bitches love lemons. I just... It's highly unusual for a food to survive 3 centuries. Petrel was quoted as saying, "You'll never see an object like this at auction again. But you, AAA chat, can see Drunkle turned into a 284-year-old 6. Lemon. For your eyes, he's now one of the upgrade options. Look
I'm a sour boy.
there. He's old. He's sour. He's tattooed. He's Drunkle. Or a 17th.
And this is where my theme song starts playing. It's like Mac the Knife.
Yeah. Or main silver ball.
Oh, main silver ball.
Sloshed, plastered, gazebooed. Why Britons have 546 words for drunkenness. Drunkle?
Okay, I saw this today. I'll just delete this for Monday. It's gazeboed.
Oh, I like gazebooed.
Yeah, gaze sounds better.
This comes from a Michael McIntyre skit saying British people like to just describe absolutely anything. Like, I was at a party last night, got absolutely lampshaded. And you'll just know what it means. But I think the actual rule is if you put the word absolutely before it, it's going to mean drunk no matter what the following word is.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I saw this and I couldn't help but think of you for obvious reasons. Combined ribald humor. What's ribald?
Well, it's ribald for her pleasure.
With
Ribalde.
Combine ribalde humor with peculiar sentence construction and a genuinely horrifying drinking culture, and what do you get? A dictionary's worth of drunkonyms. A genuinely horrifying drinking culture? Who wrote this? A Brit?
Not a Brit.
Yeah. Age as old as alcohol itself, quantity 546. I'm not exactly sure what a drunkonym is. Let me help you out. The Sami people of northern Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia
Norway.
are said to have more than 300 words for snow. For example, apis means untouched winter snow. Other thing means commie snow. The other thing means kind of more commie snow. That's fascinating. What's your point? My point is that, as if you said this to the person you're interviewing. My point is that the Sami have hundreds of words for snow. British people have hundreds of words for drunk. 546, in fact. Sounds like an exaggeration. Well, here we go. Pissed, sloshed, stewed, wrecked, hammered, bladdered, plastered, mulled, actually. Pickled.
Mullered.
Like Millard.
Yeah.
Bevved.
Bevied.
Bevied.
As in beverage.
Right, bevied. Rubbered, for her pleasure. Tanked. Cockeyed, for her pleasure. Zombied. Blottered. Trolleyed. Radarsed. Wankered. Shit-faced.
Rat ass. I've heard that one.
Radarsed? Yeah?
Rat-assed, but yeah.
What's his arst? You don't say arst?
That's because they're not going to swear in the paper.
Yeah, they'll just show tits. Or
Yeah.
used to.
Well, not in this paper.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still swearing. You're still saying rat ass.
They said shit-faced.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I've heard rat ass before.
I mean, the thing, a lot of us, we don't even say any of that anymore because you would say, like, absolutely wankered.
Yeah.
But now you drop the wankered part. You just go absolutely.
Yeah. Blitzed.
I was completely bollocksed, or, oh, mate, I was completely.
Car parked? Because you can't drive.
Yeah, that was Michael McIntyre, yeah. That was the comedian.
Oh. Tipsy, merry, and half-cut. Squiffy. I like Squiffy.
Squiffy, yeah, go Squiffy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, there's one thing that Sanchez Stockhammer mentions. Oh, I got Sanchez Stockhammered like you wouldn't believe a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
That's a little close to Dirty Sanchez. Careful. One of the reasons that Brits have so many drunkonyms could be because it allows us to discuss drinking in a lighthearted way that helps us conceal the all-terrible consequences of habitual binge drinking. Oh my God, who wrote this?
No, not feeling that bit.
Yeah, neither am I. It's just... we're terrible, we're awful. Now let's talk about things in and around, saloons or pubs rather. Fuck these people.
Taverns.
Yeah, taverns. Fuck these people. Missouri House votes to ban celebratory gunfire after Chiefs parade shooting. Jeez, why?
That's just
That wasn't-
un-American.
Well,
It
Already?
is, and it's like that's not what caused it.
Yeah, let's just ban looks while we're at it.
Enjoying.
And of course, ABC News, right? Missouri's Republican-led House, even they are. I mean, there's the story right there. For them
Yeah.
at ABC News. Celebratory gunfire in cities less than a week after a deadly shooting at a Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade that had nothing to do with celebratory fire and really was a shootout between oppressed, marginalized communities. So why you angry? It's fine. It's cultural expression or something, I guess. Police have said that the shooting appeared to stem from a dispute between several people and not celebratory gunfire. One woman was killed and 22 people were injured. About half the injured people were under the age of 16. But in most mass shootings they are, and not because of school shootings, just because of Chicago. But
Now that's the culture.
yeah.
Indeed.
The largely bipartisan supported bill on celebratory gunfire represents a rare effort to regulate guns in a state with some of the most expansive laws on firearm ownership. What do you see here, Sin? Them just doing something so they don't have to do anything else because there's so much pressure on them to do something that won't actually affect it, and it's got to be about the guns, not about the people.
Yeah, that's literally it. Like,
That's
they
what I
can't
see.
do anything. They have to, because it's a war of optics at this point. These people who are mad at them don't care about the facts. They don't care about what caused it. They don't care that it's the prevailing culture for a lot of these people that somebody looked at me wrong, so the only obvious choice is to shoot them.
This is exactly the kind of moments where you would think on CNN you'd have Van Jones saying, if we're going to have an honest discussion, an honest conversation in this nation, we really should be talking about, followed by
No, but-
deflection.
We're not going to have an honest conversation about this.
No, that's what I mean.
This
They
story
love the
disappeared from the
saying, but they don't want to have it. You don't want to talk
The
about
story disappeared from the newspaper immediately. No one's interested in it, and we all know why.
Does anyone want to talk about how the shooter at the Joel Osteen thing was trans? Does anyone want to talk about that?
Yeah, that one
No, we
disappeared
don't want to
real
talk about
quick.
Rather
that. Let's talk about gun culture. That somebody tried to shoot Joel Osteen, or let's talk about Joel Osteen. But I thought you guys in the media absolutely loved, for the most part. There's a few people with dignity. They're like, no, we're not even going to name the shooter. Fuck them. But if everybody doesn't do it, then there isn't a point. And that's not about censorship. That's about not lionizing the shooters. Because more than anything, the thing that connects all mass shooters that do it for fame is a strong time for a while studying mass shootings and the fame that comes to the shooter.
That's true.
Any psychologist will tell you about it. They all have clippings and internet searches that reveal that they had been looking at other mass shootings, and they want to be that person who goes out in infamy, or as they view it, fame. Because they do. You make them famous, unless, of course, they're, where is it? No, not that guy. Not that guy. Not that guy. Not that guy. Or not that.
Not Stanley?
I don't know. This guy right here. This fucker. This son of a bitch. That guy's not going to go out famous. This guy's going to end up in prison, and what he ended up doing was shooting a bunch of children. How do you think he's going to fare? Probably not.
Get a warning.
No, I mean, you don't think he's going to prison at all?
No.
I wish what you said wasn't so believable. Now let's talk about our very effective legal system. Woman facing 649 out-of-state warrants is arrested in Columbus.
What'd she do?
Well, she was charged with 22 pages of felonies and misdemeanors. Holy shit, lady.
Oh, what about Mrs. Meaner?
Yeah.
A Aoka? Yeah, Aoka. Aoka Keith, also known as Carol Ann Sumner, was charged by the Spring Township Police Department in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. Where you live is better than any name you have. Harry Belafonte was a national treasure. With 322 felonies and 327 misdemeanors, no mention of the misdemeanors, related to the theft of thousands of dollars from a relative? Only? Drunkle, I have to admit, I'll confess, I didn't read this article. So that's shocking to me.
I'm not one to judge.
Spring Township Police said she is an over-the-road truck driver. I wish Kayla were here. As opposed to... Help me out here. Well, are there Jetson hover pod car deliveries?
Yeah, well, there are boats and planes that carry cargo.
But it says truck driver. As if there's another kind than over-the-road truck driving. I mean, you're not wrong. Most cargo in the world is pushed by boats, no question. But, okay, whatever. After a couple of weeks, Columbus police detectives and patrol officers arrested her on February 16th after a request for assistance from the township. She is currently, blah, 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 facing extraditions. Her documents list the breakdown of charges as follows, and don't worry, I won't go through them, but it's just they're theft, access device leased to another who did unauthorized use, access device leased to another who did unauthorized use, identity theft, criminal use of a communication facility versus a local driver. Okay, Zauble, I see your point. Nice. That makes sense. They're not a local delivery driver. They're a long haul driver, that kind of thing. Over the road driver. Okay.
I mean, they cross state lines.
No, I just crowd. Haven't you ever noticed that we could, with confidence, we can just say we're going to crowdsource that answer, and our chat just comes up with the answer. They're like that. It's cool.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Steve Palmer.
Or they come up with the most bullshit you've ever heard.
Yeah. Drunk, have you ever heard of a game called Balderdash? Tabletop game with a fold-out board. You move your pieces along, have dice.
No.
The whole point of the game is you pull cards like you do like community chess cards and Monopoly and whatnot, and it gives you the task to do something. Basically, in short, the idea is to come up with a definition for a word and to convince other people that it's true. Balderdash. Okay. You would be excellent at it.
I think it's called Hambox on this show. But...
Yeah. Sinatra plays it out of instinct, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
It's always struck me as being a game you'd be good at. Now, I'm not calling you a bullshitter. I'm just saying. It's your ability to say things with that authoritative stentorian voice of yours.
Oh, right. He's talking to you, son. It could have been me up until authoritative and stentorian.
There's a card game similar to this called Bullshit. That's a fun game.
You just making up definitions?
No, you have to like lie about what cards you have.
Oh.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the possibility of either one of those games for a AAA game. I've been thinking about that lately. What are good alternative games that are stack of cards based and the pieces don't really matter as much? If that makes sense. You can see why. Trivia, things like that, Trivial Pursuit, that sort of thing. You guys get it. Anyway, moving on. We got a time frame here. Steve Palmer, criminal defense attorney with over 28 years of experience, says he's handled many cases, but not one with as many charges as this case. I'd like to think not. Each individual act can be its own separate felony, and we see this all the time. We see it in federal court indictments. Yeah, like the 94 charges that are up against Trump. Just, they threw everything. Let's see how many we can make stick. Each time there's a transaction that's fraudulent, that could be a separate felony. Okay, but it didn't really explain what Aoka did here. Shout out to the incredible dedication and teamwork of our Columbus police detectives. I hate when cops on social media are sending shout outs to their homeboys over at the other district. Well, maybe
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing on this one.
Oh. Fuck you. I'm not subscribing.
Gosh.
You want to see a vehicle flip many times trying to chase down a fucking U-Haul van?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you might. Police vehicle. Ready for this? Here we go. Wasn't that great? Let's just start it over again. Woo! Ugh. Pay no attention. It's fine. Everything will go fine. There we go. All right. Well, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? You motherfucker. Look at this guy. Look at this asshole with his blobs of green and his obvious fucking orange tan. The high on blow jumping around like that. You can't be that excited. You're clearly old. Let's just start this.
What's going on?
Just give it a second, Trunkle. I'll fix the situation. Okay, here we go. Hey, well, oh, I see what happened. It pulled the asshole. Now check and see it. In from. See how much younger he got since the last time he was there? Did this guy take old drugs?
He got like a little more Asian as well.
Yeah, he did. But he's wearing the same suit. He has the same. Tell me that guy wasn't faking bacon. He's got the same color as the fucking Asian man. Okay, look. I love the nuke button. Gone, fucker. All right. Let's watch the turn-in van. Right. And. Oh, it's embiggenating that does it. You sons of bitches. See, and they did it to me again. Fuck you, Eyewitness News, ABC 7. You sons of fuckers. Okay, let's watch it go. There it is. And he does a nice turnaround. The cop, however, into the dirt.
Oof.
It's still turning. Holy shit. The van stays up. He tried to pit maneuver him, and he's over. Once.
Yeah?
Twice. 3 times. And 4.
Oh, damn.
I did notice he really did try and pit maneuver him out of the road. Did so terribly that he's flipping. Once. And twice. And 3. And 4.
Boy. Was he hurt, does it say?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
A high-speed chase came to a dramatic end in Arkansas when a police car overturned multiple times, we counted 4, trying to stop a U-Haul van. They had cash inside. And God damn it, we're going to claim it because you had out-of-state plates, you son of a bitch. That's our money. Dashcam video.
Cross state lines.
That's a felony.
Dashcam video captured a wild pursuit of a Springdale area earlier this month. The footage shows a patrol car excelling towards the suspect on the road before conducting a pit maneuver, which caused the police vehicle to spin out. No. The incompetency of the driver caused it to spin out and flip over several times. Police say the officer in the patrol car suffered only minor injuries. 2 of the men were arrested. Can you imagine how they were arrested?
With cuffs.
And swearing and get down on the fucking ground, fuck, and then, got their heads bounced
Police
off
do
every
swear
solid
a lot,
object on the
actually.
way. Yeah.
In those circumstances, police do tend to swear a lot, don't they? It's very, I want to say unprofessional, Instead of like, get on the ground, it's get on the fucking ground. Like, you've added extra syllables to that, sir.
You've got your adrenaline pumping and moving and all that shit, so you can kind of overlook it.
The swearing? Yeah. That's very minor compared to the, all right.
The shooting.
The shooting and the
acorns.
Minecraft murders and the
It is like if you like, but you're giving like orders that you want to be followed, like as you say them. So why would you add extra words? You say get on the ground, then they'll get on the ground quicker. And if you say get on the fucking ground, motherfucker, get on the motherfucking ground. You're just adding you're making your order longer, and what you want overtime here, officer?
I think they're trying to add emphasis. Authorities say they found guns and Molotov cocktails inside the van. I'm choosing to believe you. Do you think cops carry, you got a drop piece in case, you shoot somebody who doesn't have a gun, you just put this gun on them. Do you think they got drop Molotov cocktails?
I don't know, but I feel like someone should invent it.
Yeah. Not exactly safe to carry around in your car all the time, but you never know. Well, as climate disasters become more frequent, insurance companies are abandoning us.
Is that not like their entire point of existing?
Oh, insurance companies? Yeah, they'll find a reason not to claim.
They've been laughing since I can remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
I love it. Alan, thank you for the $5. It says Polly. Alan. And for Estonia for the 1075. Love how you say Arkansas, Polly. I bet it pisses off a bunch of rednecks. Something fierce. First time I heard somebody say that, I laughed and I was unable to say it differently from that point on. Or just unwilling. Spell your name better. Be like Turkey.
Be quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
Oh, that got silence. Nicely done, gentlemen.
Alan for 10 or 5, sorry. Sin. Alan. Hello, sir.
Alan's good people. Very, very good people. $1 billion climate disasters are more frequent. No, they're not, Sharon. Too many people are left traumatized by the devastating shortcomings of the insurance industry. When you live literally below sea level and you get flooded, or you live by the ocean and there's some kind of oceanic event that results in the destruction of your property and or home, well, this is the
Where
climate.
are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
It's Alan for the 5 says, quite simply, Uncle Alan. I love that guy. I fucking love that guy.
Uh-huh. The firestorms in Hawaii, did you know those were a result of climate change?
Oh, I thought it was poverty in impoverished neighborhoods.
Well,
Systemic.
that was the lack of response was racist. The cause itself was climate change. And the way they treated trans people.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. And it crossed state lines.
That's right. Yes. Look at this. The $1 billion weather and climate disasters. You know, I don't... So insurance companies being insurance companies are now going to come up with insurance that's like climate change disaster insurance and then not pay out for any of it, even when they are acts of God. You know what I mean? It's like your insurance policy already rules out acts of God unless you pay specifically for that insurance. And then they'll find, maybe this is the key to busting up the legal definition of this. Think about that for a second. It's like, okay, but now you're on the hook to prove it was man-made climate change that caused this. Have fun. Because if an insurance company's is on the hook for $1 billion payout, they're going to bring in, scientists who aren't on the dole to do it.
But then it's that, I mean, even if it is caused by climate change, that's not actually going to solve the problem, is it? You're just finding the companies. You're just making money off of something, a problem which is only going to get invariably worse. So you can't sit there and say it's caused by climate change and then fucking just, like, if it is caused by climate change, then fucking do something about it. Don't fine the companies. Do something. It's just, otherwise it's just disingenuous.
Drunko, that was an excellent way of summing up all of the climate change action that's been happening. It's like, do something like defacing gas pumps in downtown London. That'll show
Throw
'em.
some soup on the Mona Lisa, do something.
Right. Something that will make a difference. Those aren't it. If you're not talking about China and India, I don't want to fucking hear about it. Oh, your house got destroyed in this expensive fucking resort town where you own a McMansion on the beach? Blame China. I don't want to hear about the fucking plastic straw I threw in the garbage yesterday. You fuckers.
Fuckers.
let's go on to this because I've been having fun reading this. Have you been following the Fani Willis ethics hearings?
No.
Sinatra.
Why not?
No. Have you been following the happenings here? The doings?
Oh, no.
Really?
I covered what I had on our show, and that was it.
It's it's a fun game. She likes Grey Goose.
That's not overly expensive vodka.
No, it's not. It's just that these little details that come out during the course of these hearings. See, the short version of it is that most of the media people, televised mental institution that is MSNBC and company, are all pulling out the stops to defend Fani Willis because she is prosecuting Donald Trump for election interference down in Georgia, right? So this attorney general is like a lot of attorney generals. We ask the questions. You don't ask me the questions. So when she's on the stand and being compelled to give testimony, because this isn't a trial, it's a hearing, to her fitness to continue as prosecutor, because as one of the Trump co-defendants brought up, not Trump himself, not his lawyers, but one of his co-defendants' attorneys brought up, you are currently involved in what was then believed to be an ongoing affair. Now they claim that it's over with there's a picture of the gentleman. There he is. Dalton County. Let's try it. Fulton County, shall we? Everything's fine. Just kind of that day. Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. So it's Wade and Willis, and these two were having an affair. The ultra short version of the story is this man has no experience prosecuting crimes of this type. There's a conflict of interest. It's insinuated because he's been paid $730,000 at multiple hundreds of dollars per hour in a field in which he has no experience whatsoever, when his girlfriend, who is the attorney general, hired him on to the team and paid him exorbitant, egregious amounts of money. And then they had never taken trips before, but now suddenly we're taking 4 to 5 trips a year and paying exclusively in cash, they claim, because they have absolutely no receipts and are unable to show where the cash came from. Both of them claiming they were paying entirely in cash. They should be able to show when you remove the cash from the bank. No, we can't. I always keep tens of thousands of dollars in my house. My daddy, a Black Panther, taught me that, she testified. What? Really?
That she said that?
Yes, on the stand. My daddy, who was a Black Panther, said that any woman should, when going out with a man, should have several $100s in her purse in case things don't go well. Like, the guy leaves you or whatever, like, you're not stranded. And he taught me that, it's a black thing. You wouldn't get it at one point becomes the narrative. Black people keep cash because they don't trust banks, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, The amount of time she's tried to turn this into a race thing is unbelievable. It's like what you're doing looks fishy as hell. So the judge is considering whether to remove her from the case or not, because it really much looks like she hired her boyfriend, paid him thousands of dollars, and took kickbacks in the form of vacations anywhere and everywhere. Belize, Miami, you name it. And when were you ever prosecuting this case if you were going on 5 vacations a year? Think that one over. I can't believe how brazen they were willing to be. To show you what I mean about ABC News here being part of the group in terms of, it's not just MSNBC that's far left and fuck Trump and on the bandwagon, etc. No, it's trusted names like NBC and ABC and CBS. So, the story is this. Fani Willis's ethics case, it's not an ethics case at all. I mean, case would mean trial. This is a hearing just to see if she's able to go on. Reverberate long after the decision, says experts. Okay, we'll get into the experts in just a second. They are all quoting her saying, "You lied. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial." And everyone's like,
she sounds nice.
Oh, dude, she's absolutely taken she comes across on the stand as wildly arrogant. I'm the attorney general. I ask the questions here. And it's like, not now. You're compelled to give testimony because it's not a trial. You are a witness in this hearing. You have been asked about this.
You're not in that role now because of your shitty actions.
Yep. It's entirely of your own making. And as a prosecutor, it's like, well, I didn't do anything wrong. As a prosecutor, you should absolutely understand the appearance of impropriety. You should be very well acquainted with that phrase because you are indicting Donald Trump in a RICO case. Let's keep in mind this is actually a RICO statute case that she's bringing against Donald Trump for a continuing criminal enterprise. He didn't know. He didn't need to know. He just had to benefit from it, and we can send him to jail. So if she convicts one person, she's going to be able to pin the responsibility for that legal conviction on every other member of the group, like you do with the mafia. And that's the point in a RICO statute case. If we pin this one guy for racketeering, we'll be able to pin it on his boss as well, because he benefited, even though he didn't know.
They're trying their best.
Yeah. So because of insinuation and thin evidence and the inability to convict Donald Trump particularly, kind of like what you're claiming is unfair that you're going through right now, insinuation and so on, when it really looks like you were up to some extremely fishy shit. Well, I like going on vacations. I like the finer things. What's wrong with that? She actually testified. And the question was asked, then why did you not go on one of these finer things vacations before you hired your boyfriend and were paying him tens of thousands of dollars a month? Only after that did you go on these vacations together. That's a great question. And that's when she started.
Sounds dodgy.
That's when she started with the, you lied, you think I'm on trial, these people are blah, blah, blah. And she's like, everyone reports this, she defiantly stood up to the racism. Every black woman CNN was, black women know what it's like to have their professional credentials questioned. So no one's questioning her professional credentials, they're questioning her ethics.
But these people see no distinction between ethics and credentials. They think your morality and you as a person is all based on your ethics.
Yeah. And much like the New York AG, all of these things are stepping stones to higher office. If you don't think Fani Willis or Fani Willis and New York AG are going to attempt mayoral office, governorship, and so on, you're out of your mind. They absolutely are going to. They're building their profile through these cases. She's the one that successfully took Donald Trump to civil court and got him sued for $347 million. Okay, we'll see how that goes on appeal. I wouldn't count those chickens just yet. But will reverberate long after the judge's decision. Experts, I find it hard to believe that she'll be removed from the case. All of this article is based upon this. That if the judge does remove Willis from the case, it would lead to a legal procedure to determine which Georgia prosecutorial officer would take over. It could possibly end the case officially, but practically, he argues, no, there's no way. He said there is a chance that the issue over Willis's and Wade's relationship could blow over because of the ever-changing media cycle. But he predicted Trump and his co-defendants will keep bringing it up in news conferences, interviews, and other media appearances. His whole thing is this is not a big deal. Trump is the one, and the attorneys are the ones trying to make a big deal out of it. It's a clear conflict of interest. It stinks like a fucking dock at high noon. It's so fishy. Anybody watching this has to go to a matter of race to defend it. So who did they get for all these legal opinions? I just looked up his name, John Avicino. Here he is at the Emory University website. In his research, Avicino uses a variety of theoretical approaches, including queer theory, feminist theory, post-colonial theory, critical race theory, new left perspectives, and social history. This is the expert you went to? ABC News? Does he have a background in anything related to presidential authority of a state to prosecute somebody in the federal government, et cetera, et cetera? No. His research focuses on the repeal of obscenity laws, which are often used to target minority groups. This guy?
So that's his whole gimmick is obscenity laws.
They're used to target minority communities, and limitations on free speech is really his legal focus. Obscenity laws, licensing of alcoholic beverages to target people's free speech in places where there's likely to be protests, the removal of licenses to sell alcohol to target marginalized communities, etc. When you read through his But then when you look at the articles that this man has been cited in recently, because you're going to do this at a university website, how many times has this professor been talked about? Since December, it's whether Trump's speech is protected or criminal. Judiciary Committee can subpoena records in Trump trial. Trump, 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 Trump. So this guy's a self-appointed expert in the Donald Trump case. So he's become...
I love self-appointed experts.
Yeah. So he's become a quote machine for them. And so ABC News called him up, and he told them whatever they wanted to hear. Nice. It's disappointing, Sin. It's almost blackpilling.
I think we're in blackpilling times. This is all happening right in front of us, and nobody who should give a shit gives a shit.
It takes a remarkable amount for people to vote differently. Have you ever seen that meme where black and white 1930s era Germany, where there's everyone doing the Sieg Heil, hail, and there's one guy standing there who's not?
Yeah.
And it says how people think they'll be on election day, and then how they'll actually be, and it's every single person in the crowd doing the Sieg Heil.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is...
It takes a
Biden's getting
lot to
of
vote
shit right now.
differently. I might as well say it now, get my prediction in there. I am really concerned that it's not like as bad as the Biden administration has been, as harmful as he's been to the economy and people's pocketbooks. Federally, yeah, I give Trump a better chance than winning than all the local elections. Look how powerful of a vote motivator abortion was in the last spate of runoff elections. Democrats demolished everywhere because they ran on abortion, and it was highly effective. And that's what they're going to be running on here. And
I love that
I'm not
they
saying
ran on
that
it
means
and
they're going to
did
win.
nothing.
It's just be afraid, be very afraid. If you're worried about Democrats clearing, like winning the House and the Senate, yeah, I would give them better chances than generally people are, because look how they did in the last election cycle. It was amazing. And frightening, I mean by amazing. Yeah, buckle up, man. It's going to be a long 4 years.
I have a feeling that it's not going to end up being Biden and Trump.
Really?
Yeah, I think Biden's going to get ousted before. It's like, oh, Kamala Harris has to take over immediately, or Gavin Newsom is the guy who's taken over.
I'm frankly less interested in who wins the presidency as who wins the House and the Senate, because let's say Trump gets in, let's just say, okay, and it's a wildly Democratic Congress overall in both the House and the Senate. Yeah. Okay, Trump will be...
We're just starting deadlocked.
Yeah, Trump will be immediately lame ducked. The media will never shut up about the criminality of Trump. And meanwhile, Congress and the Senate will have a heyday with the Republic, meaning send it further down the toilet. It'll be great. So I'm much more concerned with the down ballot voting, and it doesn't look good. Anyway. A ship carrying 19,000 cattle caused a big stink in the South African city of Cape Town. I didn't know that you could fit 19,000 cattle on a ship, and I didn't realize they shipped the moors.
Yeah, I didn't
Could be
realize.
really small.
What's that?
Yeah, it could
be
be
really-
calves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
miniature cows.
City officials inspected sewage facilities for leaks, and an environmental health team was activated before the source of the smell was discovered. A ship docked in the harbor carrying 19,000 live cattle from Brazil to Iraq.
What do they want with them? Bad things.
Yeah. Zahid Barudin, the official mayor's office, was in charge of water and sanitation, wrote on X, formerly Twitter. The investigators had confirmed the source of the sewage smell blanketing parts of the city was the cattle ship. The ship smelled shitty. Love it.
I guess it does make sense actually to be going to Iraq, because it is a Muslim country.
Yeah, I just see a nice heist would have been to switch them out for the less valuable pork. You know, you
Just glossing over that one there.
what? Oh, Muslim.
Muslim.
I
Yeah.
No, that was okay. I missed it. That was all right. Sin, look at this.
So first of all, fuck you, New York Times, for suggesting there was anything sinister or homophobic about what we said. So you can pound sand.
Damn right, Megan. Dear Eveline, thank you for the 325. I should have you use your resources to look at my military history teacher. When I met him in person, I asked if he preferred to be called a doctor, and he said, no, just his first name.
Which is also Doctor.
Yeah. The son of a bitch.
It can get confusing.
Yeah, your name's Doctor? He goes, yeah, I've heard them all.
Yeah. Yeah. I met a guy at a conference. His last name was Doom. He was a PhD student. So I asked him, yes, it's a true story.
Yeah.
Like, so you will literally be known as he goes, yes, Dr. Doom. I've heard it all. I'm like,
that's fantastic.
And I told him, you say that like it's bad. Like, that's amazing. And he's my favorite villain, if you don't include the cosmic characters.
Born to be a doctor with a surname like that. You have to.
Dr. Doom? Are you fucking...
You owe it to yourself.
The first day of every semester would be like Christmas. Welcome, students, welcome.
Yeah.
I am Dr. Doom.
I wouldn't give a shit like fucking Jill Biden going like, no, it's Dr. Jill Biden. But you're not actually, I mean, all right, you got a PhD, but you got a doctorate, but you're not a doctor as we know it, are you? Look, this guy could get a fucking doctorate in poetry, man. I'd still be calling him Dr. Doom.
Poland Springs to donate money for Lewiston and other departments to buy bulletproof vests. This is after one of the 13 people injured during the mass shooting and so on. Mass shooting. So said it was $150,000, okay, to buy 140 ballistic vests for first responders, which was mostly firefighters, but apparently that also includes EMTs. So 140 ballistic vests are going around for 150 grand. Now, if you do the math on that, it ends up being just over $1,000 per vest. Most mass shooting incidents that they're worried about, not actual mass shooting events, which are done with handguns, as we know, right? Are done with rifles. So you're looking at buying, and you know about protective gear. Are you going to be able to buy a $1,000 rifle-resistant ballistic vest with ceramic or steel plate inserts? Nah. Right? You see the hilarity of that? You're buying handgun-resistant ballistic vests and $1,000? Damn, that's not the best stuff out there. Don't buy your bullet-resistant vest from Wish.
Yeah, they're getting the Alibaba prices.
Right? Like, you see that? That's the entire point of the story, because I knew you have looked it up and you know what's going on. And but these are not going to help them with the rifles. Any rifle will go right through that. Unless you get one that's a lot more expensive than that has plate carriers and plates. And the plates themselves are sold separately. And you know how much they go for. Fuck me. And do you really want to add that bulk and weight to the bulky, weighty equipment a firefighter already has to climb up a ladder
Or,
with?
you know, we could just talk about the issue of people shooting at firefighters.
But that's
Yeah.
people.
It ain't right-wing nut jobs.
But we can blame objects in. Come on. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the clock, and so we have time for the game, which I do have. We're going to jump ahead to the titular article where anyone can get memory hold. DNC omits Jimmy Carter and now deleted President's Day post celebrating living Dem presidents. My God, there it is. They were celebrating living presidents from the Democratic Party. Ouch. They memory hold Jimmy. And Drunkle and Sinatra's comments.
I
To be fair-
I don't have I don't know what you want from me here.
Well done, Democrats. It's
To be fair, I think that most people forgot about him.
but he's alive and he was a Democrat. Like, was his presidency so bad? Is Biden so much better that you? No, okay. I think it's a massive ball drop for them. I mean, you got to be kidding me. And they took it down real fast, which shows, oh yeah, they knew they fucked up.
Oh, they did, yeah.
They deleted it almost immediately, but people still screen captured
I'm shocked
it.
they weren't like, actually, he is dead. You're just lying. There's no way the White House could fuck up.
Misinformation.
I'm not trying to claim he was
Getting
a great
fact-checked
president.
on
I'm
a
trying to
post.
claim, hey, yeah, it's like FDR. He's their fucking superhero. Was he really that great of a guy? I'd argue not. But, I mean, what does it matter if you interred tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Japanese American citizens just because they were Japanese and put them in literal concentration camps? He's still a democratic hero. I mean, he gave us the New Deal. I mean, socialism. It's fine. All right, gentlemen. Are you ready for the game?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do this thing then. Believe. Do have a full screen capture here somewhere. Show me full screen capture.
Show me full screen capture.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. No. Oh well. It is named that name, Drunkle. You know this game.
Oh, yes. Brilliant.
Yeah. So. Ah! Fuck. You're gonna cooperate, you son of a bitch. There we go. Now everyone can see it in its full glory. And chat can play along. Because I got a feeling that chat's going to be instrumental in being able to play this. This is a challenging game, gentlemen. I did not make this
How
one
do you
easy.
write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Kimberly, thank you for the 350. Seriously, I found a PhD in academia that was willing to discuss the horrors of communism and doesn't force his PhD down everyone's throat. I totally forgot to tell you about this, unicorn. I hope to be that kind of unicorn one day. I mean, I'm already willing to talk about the horrors of communism, and people in my department don't want to hear it. Because that wasn't real communism. Yeah, they really make that argument. If they were there, they could have done better. Sure. Boom. Leave the gun, take the cannolis, the Godfather edition.
Okay.
You sound worried, Drunkle. You should.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Leave the gun, take the cannolis.
It's a line in the movie.
Yeah, a pretty famous
but, like,
one.
Is that going to pertain to what's going on? Is there going to be? Are we naming Italian snacks?
No. We're going to go with, as you know, the way that this game works is that a freeze from a scene in Godfather will come up, and you are to name the name of the character in the scene. Name the character, not the actor.
God damn.
Now, here's the thing.
Well, congratulations, Sin.
But you've seen this movie. You've played the game.
Yeah, but he's Italian.
Oh, come on. That's not going to help here.
He's going to be like, this is Fufukutupo, you know? Like
That doesn't immediately mean I have the fucking names of something ingrained in my DNA.
You've got the advantage that, you know what I'm like with names of characters in things? Even the books that we talk about so often, I go, you know, the guy with the scar, he can't walk. And you're like, oh, you mean that guy? Oh, yeah, that one.
Okay. I would say it's not the
What is his
Italian
name?
thing that's going to help him out. It's the fact that he actually recognized a famous reference from the movie that's going to.
I mean, that's probably that's going to help him a lot.
The fact
in
that
the long run,
I've
isn't it?
seen the movie
I have seen the movie.
I know he
multiple
has.
times.
I've seen it at least 3 times.
Ah, come on, it's going to be fine. And I just didn't pick obvious people, but they are all
Okay.
major characters that have a lot to do with.
I've got
the film.
one. I've got one.
Well, hopefully it'll come
Right.
up. And these are
Right.
notice in the Godfather Part 1. No, there's some from 2 in here. So,
Okay.
all right. Now, as you know, call it your name. There you go. Oh, and here's the thing. For just the first name alone is fine. Just the last name alone is fine. Whole name, yeah, that's fine. So don't say more than you know. You know?
It's all fine.
Yeah. No nicknames.
Everything's fine.
Nicknames don't count.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, that's the knife. Like, no. It's Vinny the Knife Scarapini. You know, that kind of thing, right?
I'm just going to shout out Corleone for every single one and hope for the best. You know?
All right, here we go. Oh,
Sinatra.
Drunkle.
Drunkle.
Okay, just ignore
Oh,
me. Then, it's
Sinatra.
fine.
You
Oh,
said
no,
Sinatra.
I said it.
No, I actually
I
did.
said Drunkle. I said it first.
Oh, fuck, whatever. Okay, fine. Drunkle.
Right, because this might not even be right, but right. Fontaine.
It is. It's Vic Fontaine.
Ah!
It is. It's Vic Fontaine.
All right, take it away, Sin. Go on.
All right. Yes, Sin. I'd be cool because
It's Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
allow
on the
me
left.
to add an addendum of clarification here. The person very clearly most prominently featured in the clip from the film, dude off to the side,
Michael
doesn't
Corleone.
count. No.
The film is
That's
about
a-
him. You know?
That's a point each, actually.
Point each, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fine. Point each going forward. The most prominently featured person. Let's not do
All
it.
right.
All right.
All right.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Oh, fuck.
Love this scene.
Yeah,
This
great
is the-
scene.
That's
Ooh.
Drunkle.
Drunkle.
Paulie.
No.
Ah, see, it was a good guess.
So
I don't
tedious.
remember his name.
I really need my glasses now. Yeah. Office McShadow. Close, Lisa, but not quite.
Or other. Tony.
No.
Sam.
Frankie.
Tommy. Frankie. That's a good one.
No. Tits McGee. So close.
Hitus. McGee.
Grandma's ashes. I'm sorry. In the vase. Get it? That's funny.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, holy shit. No one from chat either? Oh, no. Johnny Revolver. That's what they called him in the
Who was
street.
it?
Peter Clemenza. That's Pete Clemenza.
That was a young Clemenza then.
Yep. It's from Godfather Deuce.
Yeah, he got him a new rug.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic scene. The tension when the cops like knocking on the door and Vito in the background doesn't know what the hell's happening, but is now realizing something. Great scene. All right. No one got it. I think that's a first for name that name. Shit. Okay. Moving along. Tied 1-1. Here we go. The yelly guy.
Sinatra.
Sinatra.
Isn't that Mo Green?
No, it's not Mo Green.
Drunkle.
Oh.
Drunkle.
I don't remember then.
Paulie.
It is, yes.
You said yes.
You said Polly, yes?
Paulie. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Don't fucking. Don't do that. None of that fucking. Can I go to the toilet? I don't know. Can you?
No,
it's not
Polly.
Paulie.
It's not Polly, no.
No.
The horse guy. It is the horse guy.
It's the horse guy. Yeah. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
that was the
that's his
guy who
name,
had
though.
what's his face record. Fuck.
He did not want Vic Fontaine under contract. Horsehead.
Vinny.
Not Vinny.
Frankie.
It's definitely not Jesus, nor Joe Biden.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dick.
Oh, guys.
Richard.
Realizing what a nerd I am. Holy shit.
I don't think you can be a nerd about the Godfather films. You can be a nerd about Star Trek, not the Godfather.
That's Jack Woltz,
Jackie.
the head of Woltz Films, Woltz International.
I like that his suit could also be pajamas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
think they are.
He's all leisure suit guy.
Hmm.
Oh, BoJack Horseman. I would have given it to you, Patty, because if you just would have said the Jack part, because you just got to have one name, Jack Woltz. He ruined one of Woltz International's most important proteges. For years, I had her under acting lessons, singing lessons, dancing lessons. Remember this scene? I was going to make her a big star.
Don't remember his name. And then she goes off. She falls in love.
And then comes Johnny Fontaine with his olive oil voice and guinea charm. Yeah. All right. Nothing. for Chad as well. Like I said, it's gonna be challenging.
Just
Bless
one
you.
each.
Yeah,
Thank you.
one each. Chat 0. Moving along. Here we go.
Sinatra.
Sinatra.
That is Tom Hagen.
Thank you, Sinatra. Tom Hagen. I threw in one just to be like,
Consigliere.
yeah.
But not wartime.
He's not a wartime consigliere. It's true.
No.
Yeah. Luigi. Yeah, I'm German Irish. Hate Gamma. See, he gets it. Well, then let me tell you
My
something,
Kraut
my
McFriend.
McFriend.
I pull that out on Shelley all the time because she is German Irish.
Really? Oh man, I never
Yeah.
thought she'd hate my guts, man. That's great. And I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Goomba, Wops crawl out of the woodwork. I'm German Irish. Yeah, Jack Wolf was a flaming bigot. It was hilarious. Okay, so Sin 2, Drunk 1, Chat 0. Moving on. Boom.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
Drunkle.
Sinatra.
Drunkle, I heard first.
Police.
Sinatra.
Chief.
Sinatra.
1, 2,
Go
3,
on.
Sinatra.
McCluskey.
It is Captain McCluskey. Well done.
I wasn't even chief, he was captain, for fuck's sake.
How's the food in this place, he says. Try to feel. Best in the city. I was going to do the
Sorry
one of
about
him,
the jaw.
the one with a bullet hole in the center of his forehead, you know, just after Michael shot him, but I
Yeah.
decided to go with this one instead.
It's probably better all around.
Yeah. It's patio furniture. I'm Irish. Yeah, nice. Good. Or as we like to call it, American. Okay, so 310, moving along.
Drunkle.
Sinatra.
Drunkle.
Sonny Corleone.
No nicknames.
Corleone.
Nice.
Sinatra.
He said Corleone. I said first or last names.
Sinatra.
He said just Corleone. I said that's fine.
No, it's bullshit. Stop it.
What?
Sinatra. Santino.
It is Santino, yeah. I said no nicknames because I didn't want anyone calling him Pete, Clemenza,
You can't
or
just go
Sonny.
Corleone. That you'd have a fucking 1 in 8 shot of getting it.
I said I was just going to shout Corleone and it finally paid off.
Batman. Because of the car.
massacred my boy.
Dean Cain? No. James Caan.
It's
William
Santino Corleone.
Yeah.
I would not accept that answer.
Santino. All right. There we go. So, yeah, I guess give it to Sin. Why not?
Oh, for fuck.
Okay, you can both have it then. You can both
just go
have
back
it.
on the rules that you
Four-
clearly set at the beginning of the game. Just go back on them. It doesn't matter.
4-2-0. Okay, both get a point.
Doesn't matter.
Fine. All right. Moving along.
Drunkle.
Drunkle.
Corleone.
Nope. The person most prominently featured, not the person in profile in shadow.
More prominent than Al Pacino.
Most prominent in the scene.
Technically.
Vanessa.
Not Vanessa.
Yes. Paulie?
Not. Her name
Pauline?
is not Polly. No. She's not Pollyanna. Look, if I ever need a clip of you saying Polly, it's going to be from this episode. Holy shit.
I'm not saying Paulie, not Polly.
Yeah, Craig.
Marissa.
Nope. Young Margaret
Mary.
Thatcher is not correct. Not Mary. That's their daughter.
Yeah.
Not Mo Green.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mo
Hmm.
Green's looking pretty good. No?
No.
I'm surprised you haven't looked it
I
up
don't
by now,
remember.
Sinatra. Kate? No. Close. Kay.
Catherine.
Kay Adams. And then Kay Corleone. Kay is her name.
Mm.
Totally
So,
minor
I mean,
character.
Corleone
you know.
was. So, when I said Corleone,
Your mom.
Mhm.
Helga. I could see that. Helga. She looks like a Helga. All right, moving along.
looks like a Vanessa.
Boom.
Drunkle.
Sinatra.
Drunkle. I heard first.
Luca Brazzi.
It is Luca Brazzi.
He sleeps with the fishes. That was the one that I had when I said I've got one name. This was it. I'm so glad it came up.
One name I absolutely know. That brings us to the end of the game. Oh my god. Although we do have a picture of a lime from 1739.
I thought it was a lemon.
A lemon from 1739.
You don't even know.
It's a ballin'.
A bowl of sour. That's me.
That's right. And if you would like to upgrade Drunkle to this at any time, from now on, it's an option. I thought you were going to get a kick out of that, Drunkle. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. After tabulating all the wins, and even if Drunkle got the point, Sinatra is still our winner. Man, you guys need to go watch the Godfather series again. And don't miss 3. It's misunderstood.
I don't need an excuse, and I will continue to miss 3.
I don't know, man. Don't be that guy.
I'm being that guy.
Aw. Now, looking at the clock here, we should wrap it up because Sin's got to go, as he said that he did. Understandably, the man's got things to do, people to see, things to discuss. Got to have a conversation with a man about a horse. Ed?
Yeah.
Drunkle, how's the gamage been?
Yeah. I mean, we covered it at the beginning, but yeah, I'll be back Friday, Fantasy Friday, Baldur's Gate 3, Sith Saturday for Knights of the Old Republic, and of course, jacking it with your favorite drunken uncle on Sunday on twitch.tv/drunkleplays. That's what's up.
Nice. And for you, Sinatra, got anything for us?
Go check out whatever's on the Sin and Sass channel. That's fun.
Oh. Fun to be had over there. Nice. And a sass. So, Drunkle, if they just can't bear without a little AAA, where can they find us next to look forward to with anticipation?
Luckily for them, we'll be back on Friday on the Silent Sin channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm EST, 4:30 Central, 5:30 on Christmas Island, Pollybobs.
Excellent. We will see you over there. In the meantime, have a good night, everybody.